Thanks for my audience. I'm gonna handle this to one of my audience. Today I want to give you a presentation of do not be addicted to playing video games. Actually, this is a persuade presentation. So my purpose is trying to persuade you guys don't play video games or try to eliminate it. My name is Sam. Thanks for coming. Before we start, let's imagine the following scenario that is common to college students like us. So if you have a final exam tomorrow, but you feel so stressful and you are bored with study, you want to do something else and you open your laptop. You start a game, and because of the game is so addictive and you just can't stop it, you stay up all night playing the video games, and you go to the exam tomorrow. You feel so sleepy and you did pretty bad on the exam. Finally, you fail the class and you fail the college. So how does those sounds to you? By the research that shows 97% of American teens aged from 12 to 17 play some kind of video game. Is this sounds familiar? So to tell the truth, I did play the video games before finals, and I feel so regret now. This is also the reason that I only passed 3 credits last semester, and it's a very bad experience. It's one of the reasons. And for those of you who played video games, you may or may not feel the harmful of video games. So no matter in which college, video games affect most of us, and we must stop addicting in video games. Today, I want to encourage all of you, never addict to video game. It's better to give it up. As a college student, addict to video games can cause many problems. First, and the most important is, no doubt, is our healthy problem. If you spend all of your free time playing video games and skips meals or lose sleep because of excessive gameplay, video game addiction can negatively impact your health. If you spend more than 2 hours a day in front of television or video game instead of participating in physical academic activity, may suffer from obesity. In addition, the University of Texas at Dallas notes that the addiction can lead to such medical issues as backache, headache, eye strain, and carpal tunnel syndrome pain, and numbness that your child may feel in his hands, shoulders, like some part of your body. Like now I feel extremely pain, like here on my hand, because I just play too much video games. Another problem would be increase the aggression. Video games that feature violent action and scenarios may lead addict player to be desensitized to the violence. Richard, director of the NYU Child Study Institution, states that players who become aggressive in first-person shooter-style video games like CS, for example, may adopt a detachable view of society or develop aggressive thought and tendencies. Video games that feature violent action and scenarios may lead addict players to be desensitized to the violence. Richard, director of NYU Child Study Center's parenting institutions, also states that players who become engrossed in the first-person shooter style video games. So, for example, may adopt a detached view of society or develop aggressive thoughts and tendency. Myself, as an example, when I play the video games, when I play video games at home, my parents just want to keep away from me, and my grandpa just said, when I play video games, I'm just not like a human being. Is pull out your bad side. Poor performance. So long hours playing video games can negatively affect your performance in school. If you addict with video games, you can fail to work at your optimum level because you are exhausted from a late night of video game playing. If you devote more than 1 or 2 hours a day to video games, you may have trouble falling asleep, have problem paying attention, and have lower test scores than others who don't spend as much time in front of television or video game console. Every college student should not addict to video games. There are 6 steps to avoid video games addiction. First, accept responsibility. The problem lies within the individual, not within the game. No attempt at burying addiction can succeed until the individual accepts its existence. The problem is not the existence of video games, the content of games, but person who chooses to play them. Identity is the impact. How many hours a day do you spend playing video games? Do you normally go out on the weekend? When was the last time you read a book? Identifying the negative impact of the addiction will help you focus on positive improvement and getting back the things that you really are missing. Avoid blame. Blaming for a problem that you alone must face does not solve the problem. The gaming industry or manufacturer are not the cause of this problem, and blaming them does not make the problem better. Stay positive. While it is important to identify the negative aspect of the problem, it is also important to focus on goal and progressive that you have made. Set limit. If you decided that you have 1 hour per day to spend playing games, stick to that. Choose your game correctly. If you are playing a game that requires many hours of gameplay between saves, or which is an open-end game like many MOMOs, you likely should consider different game or different kind of game. Never play League of Legends on Defense of the Ancients. Find something else to do. You know the statement, my anti-drug. This statement is better phrased, my anti-addiction or my anti-habit. The best way to do this is develop a variety of those things to do with others. After you're done with those steps, you will be much better adapt the college life, get better performance in your class, keep away from video games. Get better performance in your school. You can use your spare time to study or relax. Good relax help your performance well when you need. Give up video games, so do more sports in the college. Help your brain works efficient. Also increase your health situation. Become more socialized. Socialize is very important. After you give up your video games, you will have more time to communicate with others in college. You should be able to build better relationship with others. A good relationship around with the people around you actually stimulate your growth and help you in the long run. Meet more people, learn better socializing strategy, help you achieve your career goal. In conclusion, I strongly encourage all of you do not addict to the video games. Even if you are so addicted now, I suggest you follow 6 steps and give it up. It could make a huge difference on your GPA if you give your video games up just right now. Don't ever think I can handle video games. It's a drug. Give up video games, make life better. Thank you.